Buying a 2 to 4 unit, putting a 5% down on a primary residence is a hot damn topic right now. But we're going to have a battle royale between conventional and the old champ FHA, which allows for less of a down payment. At the end, I'm going to share with you the actual numbers to show you which one may be a better suited loan if you're going to go this method for house hacking on a primary residence. So let's first start with some idiosyncrasies. Okay. So you have some backbone on what is important for trying to do this. Let's talk about conventional loans first. 620 credit score, but bear in mind your interest rate and mortgage insurance are very much tied to that credit scores. When I get to the end, I'll be using an apples to apples comparison, assuming a high credit score for the conventional loan. The debt ratios on a conventional loan are going to be capped under 50%. So that could inhibit you because the qualifying income for the units you don't occupy is added to your income, not taken away from the payment of the property you're buying. That's important to understand. What's also equally important is if you do not have a principal residence or housing expense on a conventional loan, you will get no rental income from any of those other units to qualify to buy the property here. So pay close attention to that. It's very important that you have rental history, meaning if you don't own right now, you're paying rent. Because if you're living with your buddy on his couch and you can go buy a 2 to 4 unit, you're probably not qualifying with any rental income. And again, they're going to add it to your income, the rental income they give you credit for. They're not going to take it off the payment for the property you're buying. Now let's talk. FHA allows for lower credit scores down to a 580, 3.5% down. But for non-occupant co-borrowers like mom, dads, you will have to put 25% down with an FHA loan if it's a 2 to 4 unit. As far as extra savings, FHA will want 3 months if you're buying a 3 to 4 unit property. So that's important to understand. You're going to need some savings. Well, if you have a house and you're going to keep it and move into a new property that's a 2 to 4 unit, and that new loan is going to be FHA, you better move more than 100 miles away and you better have 25% equity or FHA will not give you credit for the departing resident's rental income. Okay. FHA also allows for higher debt ratio flexibility. So lower credit scores, higher debt ratio, that could become important for qualifying. So keep in mind. This is important about FHA. Can be overlooked, misunderstood. They have what's called a self-sufficiency test. So what they're going to do is the total payment cannot exceed the net rental income generated by all the units, including the one you're going to occupy. The appraiser will put a fair market value on all the units, and they're going to take 75% of this against the payment. The payment cannot exceed this amount. So think of floating. Is it self-sufficient on its own? Now let's get into it. This is where the rubber meets the road. I want you to understand, because you're making huge financial decisions here. With the conventional loan, you would need to put down $37,500, and the payment would be about $5,810 for an example property like the one I'm showing you here. Now, on the FHA loan, the down payment, $26,250. That's the 3.5% on $750. The total payment, $5,508. The conventional loan, $5,809. The irony here is that the FHA loan, as I show you, is a 1% lower rate. The mortgage insurance is only $16 a month higher for FHA than conventional. It's actually going to cost you $300 a month more, have a 1% higher interest rate, a 1.5% higher down payment. Cash at closing in this example estimated to be about $11,000 more. Which one's better for you though? It depends on some of those idiosyncrasies that I talked about in the beginning. I hope you find this information valuable and useful as you peruse navigating to buy a 2 to 4 unit and house hacking. Please like the video so that more content streams like this, and subscribe for more information from building verticals of wealth through real estate.